everyone, I'm Gemma from Concrete Gems Crochet, and today I want to show you how to make these gorgeous crochet baubles. Now they've got a lovely snowflake motif on them, which I've made in a nice sparkly yarn, and this is made using mosaic crochet. You might have seen it before from my snowflake headband pattern or my snowflake gift wrap pattern. If you haven't, go check it out. I'll put the links in the description below. So we're going to be making these today. It's going to be a full-length tutorial showing you how to make one. So what you'll need to make your bauble is you'll need some Aran or worsted weight yarn. So for these ones, I used Caron Simply Soft, which is an Aran yarn. It's a category 4 yarn. So worsted weight and Aran are both category 4 yarns. And for the silver, I used Caron Simply Soft Party. Now you can really use anything in your stash for these because they don't use a lot of yarn. They're a great stash buster, and I love a stash buster. So today I found this yarn in my stash, which is Milamia's Naturally Soft Aran, which is a wool. So I'm going to try making them with this today. I'm still going to use the Simply Soft Caron Party because I love the sparkle that goes through it, and I think those two look really nice together. So we're going to try it with that. So you'll need some yarn, 2 different colours. It doesn't have to be sparkly, it's totally up to you. But definitely need 2 different colours for the mosaic work. You'll also need a 4.5mm hook or the hook to meet your gauge. You'll need some scissors and a needle, and you'll also need a bauble. Now, I'm just using a plastic bauble that we already had. It's not up to much anymore and could do with a new lease of life. But you can buy plastic insert baubles from Amazon or wherever, or you can use toy stuffing. That's another alternative. So go and get your supplies and let's get started. So we'll need to work to a gauge because obviously it needs to fit the bauble. There's a slight negative ease, but not very much. So 5 rounds of our single crochet, which goes across the bottom, is 2 inches. So what you'll need to do is to make some rounds of single crochet, increasing it as per the pattern. And then you need to measure 2 inches across and count. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's going to be 2 inches when you measure across the middle. Okay? So it should be 2 inches in all directions. So if you can match that gauge, then we can get started making. I'm going to start with a magic ring. So I'll show you how to do that now. We wrap our yarn around our fingers like this into a loop that crosses over. And we're going to put our hook into the loop and grab the yarn through. And I'm just going to wrap the yarn around my hand like I would when I'm normally crocheting. And then I'm going to chain 1 to secure the magic ring, okay? So that is your magic ring. We're going to start by doing 5 single crochets into our magic ring. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we are going to pull the tail to close up that hole. And we're going to be working in continuous spirals now, okay? So we've done 5. So every round we increase by 5 on this, on the base section. So this bit. So for the next round, we're going to do 2 single crochets into each stitch. So we're going to go straight into that first stitch without any chain 1s or anything. And we're going to do 1, 2 in each one all the way around. So we're working in continuous spirals and just carrying on. So you might want to use a stitch marker to mark where your first stitch was, otherwise you can easily get lost. which I probably will end up doing. So is that our 10? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So that's our first 2 rounds. Round 3, we're going to increase by another 5. So we're going to do a single crochet in the first stitch and then 2 in the next stitch. Okay, and then a single crochet in the next stitch and 2 in the next stitch. And we're going to carry on all the way around, and we should have 15 by the end of this round. So round 4, we're going to do 2 single crochets, 1 and then 2. So single crochet in each of the next 2 stitches. And then we're going to do 2 single crochets in 1 stitch, okay? So it's 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2. Ooh, all the baubles are rolling about. So 1, then 1, then 2 in the next one. And just carry on all the way around, and by the end of this round you should have 20 stitches all the way around. Round 5, we're going to increase by 5 again. So this time we're going to do a single crochet into each of the first 3 stitches. 2, 3, and then 2 single crochets in the next stitch, and repeat that around. So single crochet in the next 3 stitches, and then 2 single crochets in the next stitch. And by the end of this round you should have 25 stitches. Okay, so at the end of round 6, when you've got your 30 stitches, you're just going to slip stitch into the first stitch to join. Now we're going to be working in joined rounds now rather than continuous rounds. So, and we're also going to be joining our yarn B, which is the sparkly. So this was yarn A in the pattern, and this is our yarn B. So I'm going to just pull it through that loop, and then I'm going to really pull the blue tight to hide that loop, okay? So for round 7, we're going to be doing a single crochet in the back loops all the way around, okay? So this is the start of our mosaic section, and if you've not done mosaic crochet before, it is just a combination of single crochet in the back loops and what we call mosaic double crochets, which are basically normal double crochet stitches which you just work into the front loop of the round of the stitch 2 rounds below where you were, and you'll always be working into the same color as the yarn that you're working with. Okay, so for this first round we're just going to be doing single crochets in the back loops, okay, and we just work all the way around like so. And you can see there's your 2 loops, and I'm just going through the back loop there of that one. So continue that all the way around. So I should have said that you definitely don't need to fasten off your yarn A, you just leave it dangling and we'll pick it up for the next round. So I'm just coming to at the end of round 7 with the yarn B, which is the silver. So I'm going to slip stitch into the back loop of that first stitch to join the round, and then I'm going to swap yarns again. So every round we swap, alternate each round, and that's how we create the mosaic pattern. Okay, so for round 8, we're going to do a single crochet into the first stitch. So just be careful you don't miss that first stitch because it's got all those slip stitches in it and joins and stuff. And then we're going to start our mosaic double crochet stitch. So we yarn over and we look for the stitch that we should be working in, and we look at the round below, and that's where we want to go into that front loop there that's left over from where we did the back loop stitches in the last round. and then you just do a normal mosaic double crochet. So yarn over, insert into that loop, yarn over and pull through, and we yarn over and pull through 2, and yarn over and pull through 2. And we're going to do 3 of these here. And then we're going to do a single crochet in the back loops. So remember, this is the round we're actually working into. So we make sure we are missing 3, because we've done 3 mosaic double crochets, and we do our 1 single crochet like that. Then we do 3 more mosaic double crochets. Writing with my yarn, and then we do 1 single crochet through that back loop. And then to finish that repeat pattern, we do 1 more mosaic double crochet. So the repeating pattern is 10 stitches, so you end up with 3 snowflakes around your bauble, and so we can just repeat the pattern now. So if you remember, it's 1 single crochet in the back loop, and then 3 mosaic double crochets, then 1 single crochet in the back loops, 3 mosaic double crochets, then 1 single crochet in the back loops, and 1 mosaic double crochet. So continue that all the way around now. And when you get to the end of that round, you're going to slip stitch into the back loop of that first stitch to join. And then we're going to switch back over to our sparkly yarn, or whichever yarn you're using for your yarn bee. Okay, so for this round, which is round 9, we are going to single crochet into the first 4 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we're going to do a mosaic double crochet. So as you can see, now we're working with the silver. You can easily see where your mosaic crochet is going to go, because you've got that front loop available to you. So you can never do a mosaic double crochet into a mosaic double crochet, because there's nowhere to put it, as it were. So we're doing 1 mosaic double crochet, and then we're doing 5 single crochets, and that is our repeat. So 2, 4, 5. So then we start again with 4 single crochets in the back loops, and then 1 mosaic double crochet. So we can just repeat that all the way around like that. So just coming to the end now of round 9, and we're joining it with that slip stitch again, and then changing back to our yarn A. Okay, and pulling that tight to hide it there. So round 10, we're going to start with 2 mosaic double crochets. So just be careful with that first one, that you get into that first loop there. It can look a little bit hidden where the join is. So we're doing 2 of those. Then we're going to do 1 single crochet through the back loops. Then we do 1 mosaic double crochet, then a single crochet in the back loops, then a mosaic double crochet, then a single crochet, and then we've got 3 mosaic double crochets to finish that repeat. So that's our repeat going all the way around. So we do 2 mosaic double crochets, then we do single, mosaic, single, mosaic, single, and then we do 3. So you end up with 5 mosaic double crochets in a row, and then this 1, 1, 1, 1 pattern here. Okay, does that make sense? So we're doing 2 mosaic double crochets, 1 single crochet in the back loops, 1 mosaic double crochet which is next to the silver mosaic double crochet, a single in the top of that mosaic double crochet, a mosaic double crochet next to it, then a single crochet through the back loops, and then 3 mosaic double crochets. So repeat that all the way around. So at the end of round 10, I'm just going to join into that first stitch again and switch over to my yarn B. Oops. So in this round we've got a bit of a fancier stitch, but it's not too difficult. So we do, first of all, we do 4 single crochets in the back loops. And now we're going to do a mosaic crochet 3 together. So this is going to create the first points of the star, okay? Snowflake, sorry. So we yarn over, and instead of going into this stitch here, we're going to go into this stitch here first. So we insert our hook in, yarn over and pull through, and then yarn over and pull through 2. We don't finish the stitch. Instead, we yarn over and we go into this stitch now, pull it through, and then yarn over and pull through 2. So we've got 3 loops on our hook now. And then we yarn over again, and we're going to go into this one. So it's quite obvious which ones you go into because they're the silver ones with the front loops available. So then we yarn over and we pull through 2 on there, and then we've got 4 loops left on our hook, and we yarn over and pull through all 4. Okay, I can show you that one more time. So that just counts as 1 stitch, so we're only going to skip that 1 stitch. So then we need to make sure our next single crochet goes into the next stitch, and we're going to do 5 single crochets in the back loops. Oops, 4, 5, and then we're going to do 4 single crochets. This is the beginning of the next repeat, and then I'll show you the mosaic double crochet again. So we yarn over, we go into this one first, yarn over and pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, and we yarn over, we go into the next one along, front loop, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over again and go into this one, the next one along. So you've gone into all 3 there, yarn over and pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. Then we yarn over and we pull through all 4. And then we look behind and we find the next single crochet back loop that we need to go into for the next stitch. So we're just going to carry on that all the way around, doing 5 more single crochets, and then we start the repeat again with 4 single crochets. Okay, so moving on to round 12 now, I'm just joining my yarn with a slip stitch and to the first stitch, and then rejoining my yarn A, my dark tealy colour. So this round is fairly straightforward. We are just going to be doing 9 single crochets in the back loops, followed by 1 mosaic double crochet. Okay, so that's really straightforward, and I'm sure you can just carry on that all the way around now. So it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 1 mosaic double crochet, and repeat that around. So at the end of round 12, we're going to join our yarn as before with a slip stitch through that back loop, and then we are going to rejoin our yarn B, my sparkly silver yarn. Can't find that to pull it tight. There we go. So for this round, we are going to do 2 single crochets in the back loops. Then we're going to do a mosaic crochet diagonally, okay? So what that means is we yarn over, we're going to go into this front loop, so it's the center of the snowflake, and we're just doing a normal mosaic double crochet like that, but it's going to sit diagonally. Next stitch is a single crochet in the back loop, so we need to make sure that we skip one stitch and we go into the next one, and then we're going to do a mosaic double crochet. A mosaic double crochet into the center stitch, the normal one. It's going into the same stitch as we've already worked into. Then, so we skip that stitch and we do a single crochet in the next back loop. Then we're going to do a mosaic double crochet into backwards diagonally into the center again. So you've got 3 mosaic double crochets into that same point there, okay? And we need to look again at the back, so we skip that one because that's our mosaic one, and we do a single crochet into the back loop there. And we need to do 2 more single crochets in the back loops, and that is the end of that repeat. So I'll show you that one again. We're going to do 2 single crochets to start. And then we're going to do this diagonal one, so yarn over. This is the stitch we should be working into, but we're actually going to go 2 across into that center of the snowflake. Then we're going to skip 1 stitch, which would be the stitch we worked, and work a single crochet in the back loop. Then we do a mosaic double crochet into that center. Then we do our single crochet in the back loop. And finally, we do a mosaic double crochet into the center again. And then we do our 3 single crochets in the back loops. So it should look like that. Finishing off round 13 with a slip stitch through the back loop and rejoining our yarn A. Okay. So for this round, for round 14, we're going to be doing 2 mosaic double crochets. Again, being careful not to miss that first stitch. 2. And then we're going to do a single crochet in the back loop. Right, the next stitch is a mosaic double crochet between these snowflake bits. So what you're going to have to do is yarn over, put your hook like underneath the snowflake, and then if you lift it up, you should be able to see that front loop of the green or the yarn A, and work it like that. Then we do a single crochet, and then we do the same. So I put my hook under, lift it up, and find that loop underneath to do our mosaic double crochet. A single crochet in the back loops for the next stitch, and then we've got 3 mosaic double crochets, and that's our repeat. Okay, so 2 mosaic double crochets, then single in the back loops, mosaic double crochet, single in the back loops, mosaic double crochet. Did I do too many? I mean, you know what I mean. 2 mosaics, single mosaic, single mosaic, single, and then 3 mosaics, and continue that all the way around. Okay, so we're on to round 15 now, which is our last yarn B round. So I've slip stitched and rejoined my yarn B, and what we are going to do is 4 single crochets through those. Going on there. 4 single crochets in the back loops of those first 4 stitches. And then we're going to do 1 mosaic double crochet, which finishes off the last point of our snowflake, and then 5 single crochets, and we can repeat that all the way around. Right, that's the end of round 15. I'm just going to do a slip stitch and to join, and then rejoin my yarn A. At this point, I'm also now going to cut my yarn B because we don't need that anymore. and it's easier not to have it there. At this point, you might want to also go ahead and weave in all the ends on the inside of your bauble, because it can get fiddlier later on if you don't do it at this point. So this is round 16. We're going to do a single crochet in that very first stitch in the back loops, and then we're going to do 3 mosaic double crochets, just as we've done before. This is actually a repeat of a round earlier on, maybe the very first mosaic round actually. So then after we've done those 3, then we're doing a single crochet in the back loop of that stitch, then 3 mosaic double crochets in the next 3 stitches. I have to say, this yarn is really nice to work with. Mila Mia. I'll put a link in the description to it if you want to get your own. Okay, and then we do 1, sorry, I got carried away there. I was talking and just carried on crocheting. So we do 1 single crochet in the back loops, 3 mosaic double crochets, a single crochet in the back loops, 3 mosaic double crochets, a single crochet and a mosaic, and that is our repeat. And we can carry on doing that all the way around till we get back to the start. Okay, so the end of round 16, we're going to slip stitch into that back loop as we have always done. And now we are going to start our decrease section. So we're going to chain 1 here, and then we're going to do a single crochet through both of the loops. So that's a bit tricky to get through, but I know you can do it. And then we're going to do 3 more single crochets. Oops. 2, 3. So we've got 4 single crochets in total. So now we're going through both loops, okay? From now on, and we're going to do a decrease now, a single crochet 2 together. So there's 2 different ways you can do this. You can do it as you normally would. Insert your hook into the stitch, yarn over, pull through, and then insert into the next stitch, yarn over, pull through, and then yarn over and pull through all of them. But I actually like to use the invisible decrease when I'm working in the round. So for that, you insert your hook into the front loop of this first stitch, and then straight away into the front loop of the next stitch, and then you do a single crochet as normal. So we're going to do 4 single crochets and then 1 decrease. And we're going to do that all the way around till we get back to the beginning. So we're going to be working in continuous spirals from now on, but first we're going to insert our bauble. So this is definitely the point where you want to weave in your ends, because you're not going to see them again. Unfortunately, my bauble seems to have wandered off. Oh, there it is. It's on the floor. So you want to insert your bauble. It's going to be fairly tight, but that's what we want to make it a nice fit. So there we go, just wiggle it about to get it to fit, and you can really see what it's going to look like now, which I really love. And it is a bit difficult to carry on crocheting, but I'm sure you can do it. If you're stuffing with toy stuffing, you can also start stuffing it now, and you need to carry on stuffing it as you complete your bauble. Okay, so we are continuing now with round 18, and we're going to be working in continuous rounds, as I said. So we're going to skip those slip stitches and the chain here, and we're going to go straight into the next stitch with another single crochet. So we want 3 single crochets, really hard to show you, and then we're going to do our decrease. So that's this round. 3 single crochets and then a decrease all the way around, and by the end of this round you will have 20 stitches all the way around. So I've now got my 20 stitches all the way around, and I'm moving on to round 19, which is 2 single crochets and then a single crochet 2 together. So I think we can just go ahead and do that now. Just carry on around, repeating that. And by the end of this round, you'll have 15 stitches left, and we're really nearly finished. Okay, and so for the final round, which is round 20, we're going to do a single crochet in the next stitch, and then we're going to do a decrease. Sorry, it's hard to show it on the video, it's not coming through very well. Okay, but just repeat that around, single crochet and then a decrease in the next stitch, or single crochet two together if you would prefer it to be called that. So I've got to the end now, and you can fasten off. If your bauble doesn't have one of these, whatever they're called, top bits, then you can do another round of just single crochet two together or decreases, so in every stitch, and then fasten off after that to close up the hole. But as I do have one of those, I am stopping there, and I am going to just pull my yarn through, and then I will use my needle to weave in that end. Okay, so there we have it. There is our lovely snowflake bauble. I hope you've enjoyed making it with me. I'd love to see all your different versions, see what colours you've made and things like that. I'm quite liking all of those 3 different colours. They're quite lovely together. Come and find me on social media. I'm Concrete Gems Crochet, and say hi and share your makes. Tag me and everything. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you again for another crochet tutorial really, really soon. Bye for now.